Hello and welcome to another episode of the playonultra podcast. This is episode 145 and the last episode of 2018.
Woo!
What a fucked up year.
I know. Like, serious. I mean, it's
This
weird
year
because
felt really long, by the way. I don't know why.
It did. Like, I had to look back, like, what happened in January? Oh, I did that in January, and then I just dropped off the face of the earth again.
I was trying to like remember back all the games I played. I was like, wait, did this game come out this year? Wait, did this movie come out this year?
Yeah,
it felt so
yeah.
long ago.
The Olympics were earlier this year, which
Wait, what? The Olympics was this year?
The Winter Olympics were earlier this year, yeah.
Tokyo, right?
Yeah.
No, Russia. I believe.
Yeah, I don't. God,
I think they had quite a few conspiracies and like controversies.
Yeah. It's so funny because like from a personal perspective, this year was very long, but wasn't necessarily like a horrible year for me. A lot of things happened, but it wasn't like last year. I would say 2017 was probably the worst year of my life. But like this year was actually okay. But I just in okay everything else. Yeah, but like in everything else, just world news or just even my channel's been nothing just because I'm kind of in a preparation mode. So I'm hoping 2019's a little different for that. But like, it's weird. Private life, I'm actually doing okay. But like, outside life, everything's kind of crazy.
Sarah watched Aquaman.
I did watch Aquaman last night. Oh boy!
So,
and I watched Spider.
Okay,
It's
so
the multiverse
in the hierarchy
before that.
of the worst DC movies, where is it?
It's
Suicide
not...
Squad is always on top. I don't
Suicide Squad is pretty much the top, followed by very
Justice
closely.
League?
No, Batman versus Superman for me.
Really?
I didn't like.
But it's interchangeable, those two, right? Some people have said.
Justice League, to me, the only reason it's a little bit higher is because I think my expectations were so low that I at least found some joy in it. At least Justice
true, because
League.
Batman vs Superman, they did that freaking super cool line at that conference, and people were like, "Whoa!"
Yeah. I mean, it's just Justice League. At least, like, it seemed like when everyone was together, like it seemed kind of almost fun, even if the rest of the movie was what. So there's those three. It's pretty much between, for me, Wonder Woman and Justice League, which is a bit of a chasm, I know, but, not to say Wonder Woman was perfect,
Woman
but...
and then just, like, it's sharp drop.
I mean, so, I think the best way to describe Aquaman, it's visually quite stunning. They did it's very CGI heavy, and at some parts it's really obviously CGI heavy, which is a little annoying because it's so prevalent. But, like, the designs, the costume choices, and the aesthetic is pretty good. I thought the designers did a very good job with really having this world of Atlantis and stuff like that.
Nicole Kidman play?
Nicole Kidman, was Mara, maybe? No, I think, was she the mother?
She was kicking ass in the trailer.
She was in either Atlanta or Mara. I'm horrible with faces, so
She's the mom.
I think she's the mom. Atlanta. Yeah, she's awesome in the beginning. There's one thing I will say about this movie is they have two pretty, they have two female lead characters that have to show that they kick ass, and they do a pretty decent job. You never really feel like they can't do anything, which makes it really funny when, Arthur Aquaman is all like, I don't want anyone to hurt you, Mara, and you're like, she just kicked the ass of like 5 elite guards. I think she's gonna be okay. So they did a decent job of not making it what I was really scared they were gonna pull the whole, like, what I always infamously call the Trinity play, where it's like this super kick-ass awesome lady who has to like teach the other boy, but then the boy has to save her. Lego Movie, Trinity, Matrix, a lot of movies do this. Excuse me. So I was very glad to see that was not the case here. No, Mara pretty much held her own, did a lot of saving, actually.
Cool.
And, so that was good. That was a big plus. One thing I will have to say, I'm used to, as a woman, watching a lot of these movies and very much feeling like, okay, well, the female characters fight like male gaze, but the male characters, fight. In this case, I mean, they knew their audience.
Did I misheard you?
I may have misspoke. When female characters fight is very male gaze heavy, but then when you see male characters fight, I mean, obviously it needs to look good, but like, it's not necessarily for the female gaze or whoever's interested in men. And I'm used to that. That's one of the reasons I loved Wonder Woman, because that wasn't the case. That was a very noticeable difference, to the point that's really hard for me to watch female-led action movies these days. But in this movie, what I thought was really funny is, Jason Momoa, when he was in action scenes, was pretty female gaze heavy. I was like, whoa. I mean, not completely, but like a lot more than I was expecting. So that was a plus. They knew their audience. The movie had too much going on. They include the Black Manta and Ocean Master into one, and it wasn't really needed.
When is it in the timeline?
It's after Justice League.
Okay.
Because basically, like, the main reason, long story short, Arthur is basically a bastard-born son. His younger brother is trying to come to the surface and wage war. That part's kind of interesting plot-wise, because it's obvious that the whole, like, wage war on the surface is, like, planned kind of thing. And it's interesting because, of course, they point to the whole pollution of their oceans, but they also try to say that the surface world is actively trying to attack them, which isn't true. That actually is a lie, which makes sense because nobody believes Atlantis is real. So that was kind of funny. But yeah, so that's kind of the whole plot. And so basically the reason everybody wants Arthur to be king instead is A, he's the firstborn. 2, he's of surface and Atlantis world. And also, like, they know what he did in Justice League. So they're like, you obviously know what you're doing. So it's kind of interesting.
Would you recommend it? Would you recommend watching
hard.
it in the cinema?
I mean, maybe. It does look really nice. Like, it looks really nice.
The trailer made me want to watch it. It looks really pretty.
I mean, again, it's a DC movie. Don't put your expectations too high. It definitely has a lot of plot holes.
Is it funny?
But I think it kind of, it's like...
Try too hard.
Some parts are. I think they were trying. The whole, like, Jason Momoa speaking straight, like, works in some parts, and in other parts, I think that they were almost trying to tone him down a little too much. But some parts it works out really well. Like, he's kind of being the way you want him to be, which is good. But I think the writing of everyone else is so stilted at times that it's a little weird. I laughed. Not everybody else laughed though. So I don't know. I found it entertaining, but certainly not. I mean, it wasn't very well done. It just wasn't as tight. I was hoping for, like, a Thor 1 kind of thing, which wasn't great, but at least, like, came together. And it wasn't quite there. They kind of did the typical DC, put too much into one movie. So that was a little annoying.
Because they're chasing that big guys.
Yeah, it's like, it's too much right now. You didn't need all of this. So, but I also watched Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
I watched it this morning.
That was so good.
It is the best Spider-Man movie I've seen since Spider-Man 2.
Oh,
the one with Dr. Octopus.
Yeah. I really liked it. It was really well done. I'm sad that you didn't see the credits in theater because that part was amazing.
We needed
Stay
to leave,
for the credits.
We needed to leave, but I saw it on YouTube. It's really good.
Yeah. So funny. But no, it was really good.
Yeah, it's a
just
perfect movie. Pretty much, I had no complaints.
I really didn't.
Pacing was good and it was really funny.
I wanted to hear more John Mulaney. Yeah, I wanted to hear more John Mulaney, but that's just me.
Who was Noir Spider-Man? He sounded so familiar.
Who?
Noir Spider-Man.
Oh! It's Nicolas Cage.
Seriously?
Nicolas Cage's Noir Spider-Man, yeah.
Oh my god.
Because I thought the same thing. I was like, he sounds really familiar. And then we paid attention to the credits. Like, oh, it was Nicolas Cage.
It was a perfect costume.
Oh, so good. And John Mulaney was Spider-Pig, which was just so funny. It just sounds like...
I just love it how it's so self-aware.
Oh, very, yeah.
Oh my god.
Self-aware, but super stylistic. I'm a real big, movie. I really like the kind of the moving comic book style thing. Like it's a movie, but kind of the comic book. I don't know. I'm really into that style, which is weird because I'm not a huge fan of Scott Pilgrim, but that's okay. That's a different reason, though. That's a different reason.
This is animation, though, so I guess it feels
maybe that's why
bit more...
it feels better. Yeah, when it's like live action, it feels kind of weird. Yeah, when it's animation, it's. I also do enjoy cell shading. I like that art style. I know a lot of people don't like it, but I like it. So, whatever. But yeah,
I want to watch a Nicolas Cage Spider-Man noir movie. That shit is awesome.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So yeah, those were the movies that I saw recently. One certainly better than the other, I will say.
Yes. Luck. I basically had a choice between Aquaman and Spider-Man. Didn't really have the time to watch both, and I was like,
"That's not a choice."
True, but I was like, it was like a live action versus animation kind of thing, and
Yeah.
I don't know about other people, but when I have to choose animation and live action kind of have a little bit more like, I don't know if it makes sense or not, like kind of
Takes
I know
more
what you
energy to
mean.
consume.
But I'm the opposite. I said I know what you
Oh,
mean, but I'm the
interesting.
opposite. I usually go for animation over live action.
Oh yeah, I usually go for animation over live action. It's just easier. Live action takes more energy for me to consume. I don't know
Yeah.
why. It just does.
Also because I think I was influenced by a lot of like people who were like, oh, Aquaman is pretty good.
Oh, okay.
I do think Aquaman's, even though so Shazam's coming out soon, and I like Shazam better than Aquaman. I do think the Aquaman movie is probably better than the Shazam movie will be.
Really? Wait,
Really?
Shazam is DC. I forgot it was DC.
Oh yeah, yeah. They're gonna
Yeah.
fuck that one
I
up.
forget because I always forget.
It doesn't have The Rock as Black Adam anymore. It has a guy who I like whose name I'm
Wait,
forgetting
what?
as the Wizard. The Rock is not in it anymore as Black
The
Adam.
Rock was
Really?
supposed to be in it, right?
At
Yeah, I
some
guess
point,
so.
his name was mentioned. I don't know. Apparently, I assume he was never confirmed. I didn't really follow up on it.
Oh, that's sad.
I mean, so the bad guy is played by Mark Strong, who I really like, but I'm not sure who Dr. Thaddeus Savannah is. Sounds like a great
Black Adam
bad
will
guy.
be Mark Strong.
Oh, Dr. Thaddeus Savannah is Black Adam. Okay.
Okay.
Shows what I know.
So Mark Strong will be Black Adam.
Well, that's disappointing.
No, I'm
I
asking.
really like
I'm
Black
asking, I'm
Adam.
asking. Oh, okay.
Oh, no. I mean, Mark Strong is the bad guy clearly from the pictures. He's doing a very good bad guy face, but he doesn't look like Black Adam in the
He
pictures I've
doesn't
seen.
really need to do a bad guy face.
He kind of just always is a bad guy.
Yeah, he always has a bad guy face.
I mean, they gave him a scar and a milky eye, so like
Yeah,
to
he
make
doesn't
an even
need
badder
those.
face. So yeah, I don't know. I was just reading. Comixology was having a sale, so I picked up some Constantine books, and there's one where he steals
nice.
Shazam's power, which was cool. But that's all. That's all the Shazam I've actually read, pretty much.
Cool.
Yeah.
I
I actually
watched-
Did
really,
anybody
really
watch
like
the
that shit.
Hellboy trailer?
I watched the trailer because you shared it.
Yes.
Yeah. I
He
just
looks
noted
good.
the
David
tiny
Harbour
arm.
looks good as Hellboy.
Yeah, they need to stop doing pop song trailers, man. I'm tired of it. It's over. It's done. Just because it worked for Guardians of the Galaxy doesn't mean everyone needs to do it.
2 more
I
years.
know.
2020, then we'll stop.
I know.
Oh, Mortal Engine is a flop.
No. Yep.
I actually.
I'm super
Weren't you like
unsurprised.
kinda excited to watch it? Kinda.
So the first trailer we saw, I was super on board. The later trailer we saw, I'm still, and I still am kind of like, I want to see it, but I know it's not going to be good. And this just confirms that it's not going to be good. It's going to be like Jupiter Ascending, or
yeah.
there's that. What was the other really
The Maze Runner?
advertised? No, as a sci-fi movie with bad actors. With like no
So
actors.
many, man.
So many.
I just looked it up recently. Sci-fi movie 2018. I'll find it in a second. But point is, these movies, Mortal Engines looks like one of these movies where you go 100% just for the spectacle, and you just kind of hope the actors never speak because they're terrible and the writing is bad.
I was gonna say Tomorrowland, but that had George Clooney in it.
The only reason why I know about Mortal
Uh,
Engine is because you mentioned it before. And I did not know it was a YA.
What's a YA? Young
Young
adult?
adult.
Young adult, like a young adult
yeah.
novel.
That kind of
Yeah.
like put me off a bit.
It's so weird. Like that used to be so in vogue, and now it's just like, why do they still? It's so
That's the thing.
weird.
Found it.
I was never into those, so I guess I'm not the.
Oh, I
audience.
used to be really into.
Yeah.
Although the problem is that there's a lot of why I was super into, but not the ones that became movies. Like I was not into Hunger Games.
I was only into Animorphs as a kid.
Ugly series is one of my favorites. I'm actually kind of surprised it never got turned into a horrible movie series, but I guess it wasn't popular enough. I mean, you could see on my bookshelf. I had a bunch of YA novels, but like they were just, for whatever reason, not to be weird and hipster about it, but they were just not the ones that became popular. I never got into Maze Runner. I never got into Hunger Games. I'm just weird like that. I don't
And
know.
I was watching this video. They were talking about why Mortal Engine probably sucked, and one of the reasons was because it took so long to make that YA is
Yeah.
no longer a thing.
Oh,
It really
Might
isn't.
Enemies, yeah.
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like what's the Percy Jackson novels are still big, and that's the YA.
Yeah, it's true.
Mm-hmm.
Percy
The-
Jackson, Harry Potter.
It's Harry Potter.
Maybe the
with
whole
Greek
premise
gods.
is just too weird. Friggin' cities on wheels. I thought it was cool.
Yeah, I mean it's a cool premise.
I like
It's
it when they
just-
crank the weird up.
It's just the YA aspect of it usually makes it
Mm.
suck worse. Like the
Yeah.
rebels and I don't know, the chosen one.
Super
I
young.
don't know what's gonna happen. Yeah, it's just like a lot of really contrived stuff where it's like this is not how things should play out. But the movie I was thinking of was Valerian and the city of
Oh, that sounds
whatever.
familiar.
Oh.
Of 1,000 Planets. That's what it is. That's a
Oh,
terrible
isn't
movie
that
as
the
well.
guy?
Yeah, Fifth
He
Element
plays
guy.
like he plays Osborn's kid or something in.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah,
I don't know
Valerian.
that.
One of the actors played like Norman Osborn's kid or something like that in the
Okay.
new movies. I have no idea.
That could be. I don't
And-
remember. I
and
haven't
the
seen the
actress
new
is
ones.
the model.
Yeah. Well, apparently neither of them can act.
You know.
So I saw Wreck-It Ralph 2, and
Did
Mm.
you?
I did. My favorite thing. So the movie ends, and you guys saw the trailer where Ralph is feeding the bunnies and the rabbits, right? Like
Mhm.
Yes,
milkshake's
yeah,
good to
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
rabbit.
Yeah.
And the movie ends, and I turned to my friend who saw it with me, and I'm like, that there's that scene from the trailer that it wasn't in the movie, and I remember when that came out, and there's a little controversy of like, oh, I don't think it's funny to show a kid getting traumatized, and maybe that was enough that they removed it from the movie. I didn't hear that, but that's really weird if that happens.
Oh, I didn't even.
And so then,
actually didn't know about that.
and so then the credits stop, like for the after credit break, and it opens up on the little girl from that scene, and she goes, "Mommy, there was a scene in the trailer that wasn't in the movie, and that made me sad." And it just goes
Yeah,
into that
yeah.
scene, and it's
Yeah,
so perfect.
The exact same thing happened to me. I turned to my partner and was like, oh, that's funny. That one scene in the trailer, I actually didn't know about that controversy. I'm just rolling my eyes because I'm all about child safety, but like, are you kidding me? Kids cry over anything. Stop it.
I saw one post. I don't know if it was a full-blown
Okay.
controversy, so
I
I assumed
haven't-
this was a scene that was always in the post-credits, but I don't know.
Yeah. So anyway, but yeah, I had the same thing. I was like, weird, that one scene wasn't in there. I thought that was kind of funny, especially since some
just the
people thought it was like
perfect train of
Juana's
thought.
like, yeah, and then that came up. I was like, are you kidding me? They know.
Did you guys hear about Goblin Slayer from a few weeks ago?
Goblin Slayer is it a movie?
Okay,
I
so
don't think so.
Goblin Slayer is a manga. I haven't watched it. I haven't read it. So tell me to kill myself. or
Oh,
something.
this sounds very
So
familiar.
Goblin Slayer is this like
Yes,
a bunch
yes,
of
yes.
people
My friend was pitching
adventuring.
this to me.
Yeah, I think it was on Hulu or something. One of the big streaming ones. So it's about a bunch of adventurers going into goblin lairs, killing goblins because goblins are the ultimate bad guys. And then there's this dude who is basically the Doom guy in like this armor and killing a bunch of goblins. So that in the beginning it looks really like colorful, bright, funny, yada yada yada. It's dark as shit. The goblins kidnap women and rapes them.
Oh gosh, I didn't know that part.
Jesus. All right.
It's pretty graphic. Well, they don't show like penis into vagina action or anything, but like, you know, girls screaming and stuff, and there were no
Yikes,
warnings
alright.
and stuff, and people were upset.
Yeah, I wonder why.
Yeah, I wonder why. So yeah, that anime is quite fucking dark. People are into
Alright.
that, but you know, come on, man.
It's just, yeah. Well, I mean, there's always somebody into something.
Yeah, I
That
mean
came
it's
out
fine
wrong.
to. I mean it's fine to like it. It seems it's like I think it's something I would watch, but like, you know, put up a
Put a warning, maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's weird.
yeah. So yeah, but it's getting a lot of hype. That one. I'm not sure
Yeah, I
how
don't-
the episodes are coming out. Weekly, maybe.
I don't know. My friend was saying I should watch it, but I have like a 50-50 hit ratio with this friend's recommendations, so I wasn't sure if I was gonna actually follow up on it.
Fair enough.
Was he
Speaking
like?
of manga,
Did he like just look at you and was like, "Yeah, you probably like goblin raping"?
he was talking about how he liked how the characters kind of like, so they're in like an RPG kind of. So
Yeah, sort of RPG.
they
style.
use like
Yeah.
they use like clever things, like they're in a room and there's like a bunch of goblins coming in from a portal, and so they end up like like just moving the portal so it's like over a hole or something. Like I'm just like I was doing kind of slightly clever things, I guess, like using the mechanics against themselves. I don't know, it wasn't a strong pitch.
I think you recommended me an anime where it's like a bunch of useless adventurers teaming up together. Like the mage has only one spell that she can only use.
Konosuba.
Yes, that one.
Error, I guess.
Yeah.
It starts off like that, but it's fucking dark.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yes.
Yikes.
So you can imagine people
All right.
being upset about that.
Yeah. Yikes.
That's
okay.
pretty funny.
Yeah, it pretty much starts off like that. I should really continue watching that. I kind of enjoyed the first couple of episodes I watched.
Konosuba. Yeah, Konosuba's
Yeah.
pretty good.
It's not groundbreaking or anything, but it's fun.
No, but it's fun. It's funny. Animation's actually pretty good. Because I'm used to.
And then there's
it's-
this like woman warrior that can't hit anything.
Kinda. You haven't met Darkness yet. It's more of that she's a bit of a
Clumsy.
masochist. She
Right,
just
right,
really,
right.
yeah, she just really likes to go into danger. And she's very okay. She's probably the most. Well, I don't know. It's your mileage may vary on who's the most effective warrior in that party member in that group, but you know, but yeah, you haven't met Darkness yet. She is something else.
So yeah.
Kind of related on top of manga.
Yeah.
Comixology is having that sale, like I mentioned. I'm not being sponsored by Comixology.
Oh,
but,
yeah,
one
manga
of
too.
the other
That's cool.
one of the other things on sale was Baki the Grappler, which is a manga that I've been meaning to pick up for a while. So
Nice.
I haven't read it yet. Hopefully
Yeah,
it's good.
click on the affiliate link below to.
Don't lie to people.
I'm joking.
Joking.
We have no affiliate links. We're not that big.
Yeah.
To turn the tables, friggin' Comixology, like Amazon in general, but specifically Comixology, their UI is so terrible. Because like I open up the app and I have to go through the store to get the things I already own to read. And so I don't use it that often.
Don't
I
you have like a
basically own-
download list or already bought list kind of thing?
Yeah, but you have to like navigate to it. You can't make it like your default landing page. And
Jesus.
it's sorted by title, and because I like only own one book in each title because I buy trades, not issues, it just adds like an extra link to click on. And so when I buy these books, I go to my Comixology app, and it only shows 2 of my books I purchased. And I'm like, what's happening? I don't know why. And so I'm trying to click around frantically, and it's like, hey, your app's out of date. You should update it. I'm like, maybe that's the problem. So I click the link to update it, and it takes me to Amazon's homepage, their app store, and for the Comixology app. And it says, you already own this app. And I go, yes, I do. I'm here to update it. Is that not a thing you can do from this page? Okay.
What?
I'll uninstall the app and reinstall it. And that
Yeah.
worked to update it, but then none of my books were showing up as being downloaded. And when I tried to download them, it apparently like found the previous downloaded versions and complained about a memory error. So I had to
my
like clear
God.
all of the memory out of the app. Like, fortunately, I didn't have to do a factory reset, but it was like, if this doesn't work, I have to do a factory reset. And so like
That's
it's just
insane.
like Amazon.
The
This is
Android
running-
app?
It is. This app is on an Amazon Fire, a Kindle Fire, an Amazon product.
my
Yeah.
I mean, so this is the
Wow.
same company, Audible. The Audible store crashes the browser of the Android.
Yeah,
app.
don't buy
Like-
a Kindle Fire. Don't buy a Fire.
Jesus.
So this is a Gen 1 Fire, but it's such garbage.
Can you read it on one of those colored Kindles?
So this is a tablet Kindle, so it is colored. It's like a touchscreen backlit thing. It's not e-ink.
Mm.
I believe you can read them on e-ink, but I haven't
believe
tried
there
it.
are Kindles that come with e-ink and color. I'm not too sure though.
Maybe. I think you're right. I think that's
I'm
a thing.
amazed your first gen Fire still works. My mom has like a
Isn't that a
slightly-
2012 device or something?
Yeah, my mother has.
yeah,
I forget
about
which one I forget which one my mom has, but like it's broken now. Like we have to get her a new one. She's complained she can't even
Well,
turn it
I
on.
basically only use it for 2 things: playing MP3s and more recently reading comic books. I
There's
don't
a
Okay,
huge ass thing to
anything
play
else.
MP3s
She uses
on.
it as a tablet.
It is
so.
a huge ass MP3 player. I don't own an MP3 player, and I don't want to use my phone battery, so I use my Kindle Fire.
That makes
Amazing.
I
sense.
used it to play Sudoku, but yeah, it was not a smart purchase. I worked at Amazon at the time. I'm like, oh, this is cool. I'm gonna buy it.
Oh, fair enough.
But they've been having sales for like $50 for like their newer Kindle stuff. No, not Kindle. The Fire stuff.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, I like my even my Kindle I don't like. Because I had a Gen 1 Kindle, and that had like
Yeah,
a
so my
keyboard and
mom-
buttons, and I really
Yep.
liked it. And then it broke, and they replaced it for
Ugh.
free, which was great. But it's a Kindle Touch, and I hate that thing.
That's funny. Yeah, my mom had one of those.
Wait,
I
what?
think it.
There was
I
a
think
Kindle
the-
with physical
the keyboard.
keyboards? Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, this was old. It's like
and
BlackBerry.
buttons on the sides to turn the pages. It was
Yep.
very nice,
Cool.
and I liked it a
It's
lot.
very old. Yeah, that was like the original Kindle.
Yes.
That
Nice.
was what
It was
they
good.
originally were. It worked quite well. My mom loved it. Well, it was especially really good for her because it was really simple. Because she doesn't like she's good with tablets now, but back then, she's not huge in
Yeah.
technology. Yeah.
I recognize
So it was
this one now.
really.
Yeah.
It was super easy. She could just find the books she wanted, just purchase them. She found a ton of that were just free at the time. And she just would buy and she would just read it. She was very content with it. In fact, actually, when we got her the Fire, she wasn't really a fan. She learned to like it because she could use it as like she learned how to use it for like YouTube and stuff like that. But I mean, at first she was kind of like, I just want my Kindle back. And we had to explain to her like, you really can't get that anymore. It doesn't exist.
Yeah, we
It's
just
kinda like me
to
when I-
complicate things as we go along.
Well, yeah, my like weird oldie technology that I wish was still a thing for me are iPods actually. I don't like having to put music on my phone and I still refuse to.
I don't like doing my
but
phone for anything because that I don't want to
Yeah.
harm the battery in any way.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I'll do games and stuff on it, but I don't want to put, like, because I have a
can do
lot of
that.
music I like to listen to, and now, like, I do have I one time did get, like, the newest iPod you could get, which was, like, 3 years old at this time, or 4 years old, but it won't even hook up to my car.
Oh, fuck.
So it's just
No.
like, all
It's
right,
troublesome.
never mind.
Yeah, it was like so I moved and I got like the new internet service provider and all that, right? So they came with a new ass modem, everything, ooh, shiny. And I was like, so the modem lets you connect either 2.4 gigahertz or 5 gigahertz. You can choose at any time. And I was like, turning on all my devices to hook it up. It's like, oh, 3DS can only see the 2.4. Fuck, it's a pretty old device.
Yep. Yeah. I did at least finally get iTunes on my computer.
I refuse to use iTunes.
It was what I started with.
If it ain't
yeah.
on Bandcamp, I ain't buying it.
I
No,
refuse to use
dude.
iTunes as well.
No, I totally get it. The only reason I used iTunes is because I had it since I was in 8th grade. And that's just
I
where
wouldn't
all my
mind
music was on.
Buying music from Amazon, but non-Americans can't buy music from Amazon. Probably some license
okay.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah. No, dude, if I could do it all over again, I would freaking take all my music off of iTunes and put it somewhere else. I hate it. But, like, the problem is that I
But the
did
problem
because I was
is-
younger.
Right.
Everybody's on
You're
iTunes.
trapped.
Everybody was on iTunes, especially when I was really little, and so that's just where all my music is on now, and it's just hard because I can't really. I'm not gonna go buy a physical CD and upload it that way. I have to be careful though because I have tons of iTunes music, but like you can actually iTunes. I don't know if they still do, but they had a thing at least where because I've had to take it into new computers. I think this is my 3rd computer that I had to like import my iTunes stuff in, and they have
Wait,
a
what?
limit.
No.
Well-
Okay, so hold on. So when you purchase something on iTunes, doesn't it save it on the cloud, sort of?
So that's what's kind of I don't know because now it does. Back then there used to be this rule where like you could only take music bought from iTunes and download it or whatever X amount of times.
And this is why I don't use iTunes. Aren't you
I
like
don't know if they have that
grandfathered
anymore.
in? Aren't you like old
I don't know,
purchases?
but
Oh,
I
man.
I was able to get my old purchases because I didn't have it. So
okay.
when I went from my laptop to my computer, I didn't download iTunes yet, and then I finally did. And yeah, most of it was the only real reason most of my music was saved was because I had all backups of my music saved in my music drive, which is harder to do now to crack. But it used to be with iTunes when you download your music, you could find it in a music folder and then just take it and run. I think nowadays it's a lot harder to do, but I still had all that, so I was able to at least
sort of
re-download
DRM
it.
basically, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know what it's like now. But I don't know, man. I'm trying to figure out how to take my music and run. Man, I wouldn't even mind if it was like Windows Media Player. I could do that. Better than iTunes. Lordy.
So we haven't recorded in like what, a couple weeks?
Yeah, it's been a
Yeah.
few weeks.
A couple of things I did. Started Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Is that what it's called?
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's the 3rd game in the Tomb Raider trilogy, the new one, and I prefer the second game for sure. Second game is the best. It's not horrible, but I feel like the second game had the best balance of everything. It had
Oh, okay.
really good combat to exploration balance, and the stealth combat in that I just remember to be more fun. Plus, you know those set pieces in games like Tomb Raider and like Uncharted where you just keep running, but there's shit exploding all around you.
Yeah.
The second game in Tomb Raider did that really, really well. They had 3, I believe, incredible set pieces. And I'm playing Shadow of the Tomb Raider, and I've so far seen 2 set pieces, and it's nowhere near the quality of the second one.
Aw,
The
that's
third
too
one just
bad.
felt like a really rushed game, honestly. The voice acting
That's
of
too bad.
Lara is really bad as well. I don't
wow.
like it. Yeah.
Weird.
So,
It must
yeah.
have been rushed.
I recommend it at most 50% off. Like, don't buy it at anything less than 50% off.
Mhm.
The other couple of things that I did that was, I would say, more enjoyable than playing Shadow of the Tomb Raider. I'm finally watching Firefly. Finally.
Oh, nice.
Whoa.
And I finally
Ooh,
understand why
behind the
Force
curve.
keeps saying the things she's... I
Yep.
finally get
Yep.
it.
Yep.
I'm only on episode 7 halfway, basically. And I really like it.
Yeah, it's good.
So yeah, when's season 2 coming out?
Well, we get Cowboy Bebop live action.
I was
sometime
gonna say we
next
got Cowboy Bebop live action.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
basically
that's
the
true.
same thing. So
So,
we'll just
yeah.
go with that.
Nathan Fillion is really good. I like him in this role.
Yes.
He
year.
just
Yeah,
has
He's-
that.
Alan Tudyk.
Yeah, Alan
yeah.
Tudyk, and his wife, and Nathan Fillion is just really good in this like funny, really flawed main character type.
Yeah.
Isn't he gonna be Nathan Drake in Uncharted? There's an Uncharted movie coming up, right?
That's the room. He did like
That's
a.
the he
a
did like a
short. He did like a
fan made
thing.
short.
right.
That was what that was, and it
Yeah,
was very well
he's
done.
Pretty much perfect for the role, I would say.
He's very good. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't play Uncharted, but I watched that out of curiosity, and even I was like, whoa, dang.
Yeah, I played quite a few of the Uncharted games, and yeah, he's pretty much Nathan Fillion.
Yeah.
So yeah, Firefly is
So-
really good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, my
I like how down to earth he is, because like there's that scene
Yeah.
where they're like they robbed a train and they had like a prisoner, and he's like, "I'll never talk." And she just kicks him back into the engines. Like, okay, next guy.
yeah,
Like, that's like a bad guy move, but he pulls it off.
yeah,
Or
pretty
like
much,
just
yeah.
walking up the ramp, just like he's holding a hostage, shoots the hostage holder, and just keeps walking. Pulls his gun.
So yeah,
What a
the other
badass.
thing I watch is my current girlfriend is huge into Star Trek. Like
Oh, jeez.
she's a huge Trekkie, and I've never watched Star Trek. And she was
Oh.
like, "You should watch Star Trek Deep Space Nine." And I'm
Oh,
watching
Oh
Star
no.
Trek
no!
Deep Space
Don't start
Nine.
with DS9. No.
Oh boy.
She-
Oh
she-
boy.
It's not
She-
DS9.
She think that I would like it because it's a bit darker.
Oh, okay.
And
guess that's true.
She's right. I'm enjoying it.
Good. I mean, okay.
To be
DS9 is
fair,
not
to be
one of
fair,
the bad ones. There's 2 bad ones. And neither is DS9.
To be fair, she's
Which is my favorite?
She's selecting the episodes I watch.
I see. That
Oh.
helps. I'm sure.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm really enjoying DS9.
Okay.
I should
Nice.
really continue
I-
watching those.
I need to
shows.
finish watching the new season, and I actually need to finish watching the Orville because I really liked the Orville. The Seth MacFarlane thing.
Did
Oh.
anyone watch the new Star Trek? The one with the blue.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I watched like the first 6 episodes. I need to finish it because it was fine. It's just I don't know. It's
But it's set in the movie universe,
Not
right,
as-
or something like that.
a good question. I'm not sure.
Hmm.
I don't think it is. I think it's set in the show universe. It's around the same time period as the original series, roughly that same time, but parallel. Which I think is partially why one of the things I didn't like about it was Sarek, who is Spock's dad, is a character in the new show, and he's acting very un-Sarek-like in a way I do not
Oh.
appreciate.
Mm,
That's strange.
He's basically really he's like the foster dad to the main character, and he acts really warm towards her when we've consistently seen him be a massive dick to Spock. It's like this is weird.
Huh.
So yeah, I did a couple other things, but that's mostly my highlights.
Let's see. I already mentioned the movies I saw. I'm trying to think if I saw anything else of note. My partner just randomly would be like, I want to go to the movies. I'm like, okay, I guess we'll go to the movies. So that's how a lot of those things happen. But what else? I feel like we did see a movie. No, we didn't. No, because I was too sick. That's why. No, but one thing I did do is I did finally get a chance to play Super Smash Ultimate.
Mm.
And the reason this is noteworthy is because I really I have played the other Smash games, but not extensively. I was not really raised on them, and excuse me.
I can never understand them.
Yeah, and while I've had friends that like to play it, the problem is that basically they would invite me to play. I would play, I would die within the first 5 minutes, and then I would just sit there for the rest of the 15-minute match, just watching them beat on each other. It was not very exciting, and so of course they always want me to play, but I'm like,
you should play time, not stock.
Yeah, I know, and so it's just kind of like, this isn't very fun for me. So, I never really got into it, either Melee or, whatever have you. But this one, I was playing with other people that were also all pretty new to it, so that helped a bit, because everyone was kind of new to the controls. And I didn't, win, but I would get, second place sometimes, which was kind of nice. And I did actually kind of just play a bit of the solo campaign on my partner's file, so that was kind of cool. Again, I'm not good at it, but at least I'm kind of just learning how to mash buttons, I guess, which is just how you do it. I don't really know if I have a favorite character yet, but there is so much Fire Emblem, and it's really funny because that's the one thing I know that everybody else is like, who are these characters? Oh yeah, they're from Fire Emblem, they're from Fire Emblem, they're from Fire Emblem. Yeah, it's and stuff. I know, exactly. And so I've been playing a lot of Corinne, who's from Fire Emblem Fates, which is the Fire Emblem game I'm still trying to play. But I love that one because they have a dragon arm, which is canon to the game, and that's cool. That was the one I was also beating people up the most often with, so I was usually doing that, playing that one. Or Chrom. Robin I hear is good, but I can't seem to play them correctly. And Lucina's also really good. I hear that her moveset, I guess, is the same as Marth's, but just better. So
I played it at a party, opening the release weekend, so nobody had unlocked anybody yet. So I didn't get to play with anybody cool. I played the Splatoon guy and the villager, but I didn't get to play King K. Rool or anybody who was looking forward to.
Oh my gosh, King K. Rool's ridiculous.
I don't even know what his moves are.
Oh my gosh. I don't play him, but I had a friend at the party I was at that would play him a lot, and yikes, this guy's a truck.
He seemed cool. Is Wario in this game again? They brought back everybody, right? Because Wario...
They brought back everybody,
yeah. Okay. Everybody's in it. What's weirder to me is they have... So I'm super not familiar with Super Smash, keep in mind, so I'm going to act like this is new, and you're going to be like, no, it's not. But they have the spirits that help you. You can equip them in the solo... Okay, in solo mode, you can equip these spirits, they give you boosts and stuff like that. As you play through solo mode, you unlock more of them. And you don't see them, they're literally just, named after characters from a bunch of games. But I freaked out because I'm watching my partner play, and I look over, and I squint a little, and I go, that's Kyle Hyde from Hotel Dusk. And even weirder was Ashley Robbins from Trace Memory. Same company, of course, so I'm not too surprised. But I was like, what? Who are these? Why are they here? And again, they're just stock characters. They just give a buff, or some kind of thing for the solo game. But it was really weird to watch.
You played the new one, right?
Lip service, the ones they didn't want to make full characters for.
Yeah, well, I kind of made the joke because my partner has never played Hotel Dusk. I might make her play it someday, but she's never, so she didn't know, and so I'm trying to explain to her this is very weird. Sing went out of business. That's probably why they got the characters. It was probably super cheap IP, but what? The only thing I'm mad about is I still see no tale or anything of Phoenix Wright, which I've never understood in all of my years with Smash.
Maybe it's a Capcom thing.
It must be.
Item?
Wait,
he might be an
Mega
item.
Man in it?
Yeah.
I don't think. Oh,
I thought so.
I don't know.
I feel like I've seen him as something in there.
I'm pretty sure basically any character that has been in any of the previous games is in this game.
Yeah, I think he is. If he's not,
was Mega Man in a previous game?
I think he was an assist, or was he an actual character? Oh, I'm not sure. I thought he was an assist. I don't know, because sometimes there are assists in their spirits.
You're right. No, I'm thinking of Sonic again. Yeah, I don't know. It sounds kind of familiar though. I think I remember seeing what's the dog's name in Mega Man? Red. I think I remember seeing Red for some reason in the previous one.
Okay. But yeah, no, I will never understand. Some people keep telling me that maybe he's going to be a spirit or an assist or something, but I'm like, he's never been in any of the games, and I'm so mad. They have freaking Kyle Hyde. Nobody knows who that is.
I wonder if they could get a Capcom because they have the the Monster Hunter is in Marvel vs. Capcom. It'd be cool if they were also in Smash.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the new one.
Yeah.
Did you guys see the new Sonic the Hedgehog movie poster?
I didn't know if that was real or a joke.
Yeah,
I didn't know it
it's
was a real joke either. It's real. It's
real thing,
real.
it's a thing.
Oh no.
Help me now.
So
Why?
the movie poster basically showed Sonic taking a photo on the what's the bridge in San Francisco?
Golden Gate.
Golden Gate, yeah. With his legs, and his legs is just some realistic live action furry look. It's weird, man. It's
Oh man.
it's weird.
I was willing to handle Detective Pikachu because Ryan Reynolds is voicing Pikachu. Let's be very clear, that is the only
Not
reason
Danny
I'm
DeVito.
excited for that movie. Stop taking hostage my nostalgia and trying to make money off of it. Stop it. I'm so tired of this.
Speaking of which, apparently the new Grinch is a huge hit. I'm not gonna see it.
I'm not gonna see it. Out of principle, I'm not gonna see it. I'm just done. I'm so done. I really actually was not a huge fan of the live action Grinch that happened like several years,
Was
like a decade ago.
anybody?
I knew some people that really,
Wrong
really
with Jim
liked it.
Carrey? Oh, man.
Yeah, the main
It's
people who
horrifying.
liked it. Yeah, the main people who liked it were either people who liked Jim Carrey, which fair. I mean, he didn't do a bad job at it. Like,
Apparently,
it's Jim Carrey.
he was literally like tortured on set. Like it's 8 hours
Yeah.
of makeup to get into that costume.
Yep,
And then I
yeah.
guess like the fake snow kind of like stuck to whatever the context was. So he just be like literally tortured the whole movie.
Yeah, yeah.
It's horrible.
It's probably why he was in a bad mood. But like the people who like the live action Grinch are in two camps. Either they really like Jim Carrey, which that's fine. He did a fine job.
Sure.
Or they're
Yeah, he's
people
not the
that
problem
are
in that movie.
Are there people who are, what do you call these people? Who like try to find morally good things about like villain characters? Like they're
Oh, I know what
people
you
that
mean.
like yeah. So like people like that, or who insist that well, it just drives me nuts because like I
The
see
type
all
that
of these
say, like, oh,
Yeah.
I kind of agree with Thanos.
Yeah, Thanos did nothing wrong, people. The Empire did nothing wrong, people.
Well, no, the thing
Fools.
that pisses me fools. The thing that pisses me off, especially the Grinch, and this is probably just my friend group. I'm just seeing a lot of friends on my Facebook post stuff like this, and it drives me nuts. Where they're like, the only reason the Grinch hated Christmas is because of how badly he was treated by the Who's and by the materialism of the Who's. And I go, that's actually, I mean, I don't care. Like, you want to take that interpretation, that's what they did with the live action, but don't tell me that's the original, because that's literally not.
Even if it's true, it doesn't justify his behavior.
Well, it doesn't justify anything, no. But, like, people, that's what I mean. So people who are, like, in that camp love the live action. That's what I found. And I'm like, just give me the original cartoon. I really liked that one.
That one's
Just
fine.
give me that.
Yeah.
Talking
That one
about
was
the Who.
fine.
Talking about the Who.
Makes me mad.
They
Really butthurt.
uploaded a video of them collaborating with Weird Al Yankovic covering the song Africa by Toto.
That's amazing.
It's a really good
That's
song.
really awesome. I need to see this.
I don't know why that song's kind of like, it's not the new Rickroll, but it's like this weird, it's oddly like
Yeah.
spiking in popularity, and I don't
Yeah.
know what
I
caused it. It's a great
know.
song.
It's a great
I
song,
think
but
it's
it's
this year,
weird.
right? It was
Yeah,
like
Just recently.
2018 thing, yeah.
Well,
I don't know what happened.
Kinda. I knew people who were like talking about it before then, but then all of a sudden, like, it reached the mainstream ethos this year. Because I knew people before then that like would talk, like 2017, were talking about their obsession with it, and then it got really mainstream. I think because it was getting on the radio, because I started suddenly hearing it on the radio all the time, and I was like,
Okay.
oh, now it's mainstream. But yeah, it's like, I mean, I like the song, it's fine, but yeah, it's weird. It's very strange.
It's not my
I
favorite
mean, I guess
song.
it's fine. I guess
fine.
it's kind of
It's
like
my favorite song by Africa. I can't name any other songs by Africa.
I don't even know
though.
any
I
other
mean,
songs they write.
Which one's the band? Which one's the song name? I don't know.
Toto.
I think
Africa.
Africa
Toto
by
is the
Toto.
band name.
Yeah.
Toto's the band name.
Africa's the band,
Africa's the
Toto's the song.
No,
No, opposite.
Africa's
That's
the
the other way
song.
around. Yeah, that makes much more
Yes.
sense.
Rain's down in Africa. Come on here.
Yeah.
I guess it's kind of like, what's that one super popular 80s song? They played it in Deadpool. Take Me On. Take On Me? Which one is it?
By Aha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I like that song a lot. I like the music video
Yeah.
a lot. I can't
I
name
think-
anything else they've written.
Well, that song, like Safety Dance, I think is they're fine songs, but the reason they're so popular is because of their music videos.
Yes. Like anything by OK Go?
I'm aware of them, but I've actually never watched or heard of them.
I mean, their music is the most forgettable thing in the universe, but they have really entertaining
one-takes.
music videos. Yeah, well, that's the latest one. But they have like, if you watch their old music videos, they're really good and like super good productions and just super extra. But the music is the most forgettable thing in the universe. It all sounds the same to me. Sorry, OK Go fans. But the music videos are great.
You guys want to go into some news?
Sure.
So news, last bunch of news for 2018.
Yeah, I should
Before it becomes olds.
Yeah, Fallout 76 support leaked customer names and addresses. Because of course
Yeah, that was a thing that happened.
Yeah. Of course they did.
Ooh.
I saw a great picture. It was like the trifecta. Like there's the 3 Pokemon. There's like the green flying, I think Rayquaza is his name. I don't remember the blue like water one. And then is it Groudon is the red land one. And so the green one was No Man's Sky. The water one was
Kilgrave.
It was No Man's Sea of Thieves. And the ground one was No Man's Land of Fallout 76. Like these games that promise so much and are just complete dumpster fires.
So yeah.
Beautiful.
That's the thing. The Epic Game Store.
Yes. It's out.
Speaking
It's
of dumpster
there.
fires.
So a couple of things. Number one, the Epic Game Store doesn't let you do refunds.
It
Despite
doesn't.
promising them.
It's one of those like a case by case basis, which is illegal in like Europe at least.
Mm.
Oh.
I'm not sure about Canada. But yeah, and their whole free games for every 2 weeks have started. Currently, it's Subnautica, and the next one will be Super Meat Boy. And
Okay.
you know what's the funny thing?
Huh.
What?
For Subnautica, people are
The
getting
support? Yes.
Yeah, people are getting support from Steam forums.
Because there's no forums on the
There's no
Epic thing. No
forums
way
on
to
Epic
get
Games.
support.
The funny thing is, I saw a few people commenting. I was like, we don't use Steam forums. We don't need Steam forums, but like a bunch of people do use and need. I've
People
used a
do
lot
use
of
them.
yeah.
Yes,
I've
I use them.
always yeah. I use them a lot. Basically to find fixes, to find pretty much if I have the problem, other people have the problem.
Yeah, if I'm stuck in a point and click, first place I look for a guide is on the Steam forum.
So yeah,
Yep.
Steam forums are really helpful, and Epic Games is outsourcing their forum to Steam basically, which I think was really funny.
That's funny.
Either clever
Well, Steam forums
or
are
dumb.
also
Maybe both.
yeah. Well, Steam forums are also great for like if a game's not working, somebody else might be able to explain like, oh, this
Yeah.
is how
Absolutely.
Steam screwed up. Here's how you fix it. You know,
Yeah, I
because
mean,
they always
there-
mess up something.
There are a lot of assholes, but there are also a lot of helpful people.
Mhm.
Yeah. I mean, the main thing, I'm not sure if you guys saw this about like the difference. So, because Discord also is trying to start up their store.
Oh, right. They
And,
keep telling me that.
Yeah, so that the main thing that's important to distinguish with the differences, whether this makes them good or just a dumpster fire, is Epic is making it that if you used a game that uses Unreal Engine, they'll basically help pay for like the fees associated with that. They basically make it a lot cheaper for people who use Unreal Engine to put their games on there. I think it's Unreal Engine.
Oh.
Isn't that the one that they've
That's a
created?
pretty big
Epic, yeah.
one. It's probably the
Yeah.
number one
Okay.
one.
Yeah.
Epic created the Unreal Engine. So
Yeah,
if
so,
you
like,
use
that's-
the Unreal
Realize that.
Engine, you don't
Yeah, so
need
they're trying to
pay
yes.
specific things. Yeah.
So they're really trying to grab like the indie gamers that use their engine to put them on there.
And
The other thing that's
also, they're doing an 88 split, a 78 12% split, some kind of split, 80-20
Oh,
split.
it's high. I think it was
Dis-
80-20.
Discord announced 90-10.
to
yeah. Okay,
compensate.
I can actually just tell you the percentages. Because Steam takes around 30%.
Yeah.
Right.
Of the sales. If it's a popular game, they only do 20%. And
Yeah, depending on
Epic
how
is
much they
doing.
sell.
Yep.
As it scales.
Epic is actually 12% currently, and Discord is 10%.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
It's a
I mean,
race to
it's-
the bottom.
I mean, it's cool and all, but I'm not sure.
It's
how
cool
to
there's
feel. I'm not sure
competition,
about how to
but-
feel about having exclusives on PC. I mean, I mean, obviously,
Yeah.
that's been a thing already with like Origin.
Yeah, well, that's kind of the thing that for me is like I have a Steam account because it's there and it's very effective, and I have a lot of Steam games. I'm not sure if I'm gonna make. The only reason also I have an Origin account is because I was doing Mass Effect Andromeda and Star Wars Old Republic, stuff like that. That's the only
Yeah.
reason I have an Origin account. I don't
Yeah.
care about their other games. But meanwhile, like, I'm not gonna necessarily make an Epic account just to get more games that I'm probably not gonna play, you know?
Yeah.
Epic just got a new exclusive. The Telltale Season 3 is exclusive to Epic Games now.
God.
Epic Games Store.
I think I did hear about that, yeah. Darn it.
That is very disappointing.
Yeah.
Very. I mean, Telltale's done now, I guess, but still disappointing.
I mean, I got a GOG client download just so I could play Battle Chasers, and I regret that. Although I guess now you can just download the executable and
Yeah,
play
you
it
can.
straight
Yeah,
that
you
way.
can just basically download.
I should have done that.
So I don't know. I mean, Epic's gonna have to have a lot of games for me to consider making an account. But yeah, like, I mean, Steam's a community
Yeah.
too. I'm not sure if we'll see if Epic is able to make a similar kind of
honestly,
community. Maybe.
Like Epic Games and Discord Store, they launch with very few features. And
Yeah.
the defense for that is look at Steam. When they launched, they had very few features. While my take is, well, they kind of can just look at Steam and just copy the features. So that's basically.
I mean, at this point, yeah, they should know what works.
Yeah.
You know, people expect a forum.
Yeah,
People expect
the excuse of like launching with few features only works when you're ahead of the market. When you're coming in competing with the people already ahead, you should freaking have at least some features like Steam forums and some kind of support forum or something.
some kind. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah. I have not used the Discord one. I have used the Epic one to get the Subnautica one, but I also have Subnautica on Steam, and guess which one I'll play if I want to play it.
yeah, exactly. Well, it's just.
Yeah. And
I mean,
Steam
again,
also have
competition's great,
achievements, and it shows my hours played. It just has a bunch of stuff, man.
Yeah, I mean, Epic's gonna. I mean, they kind of have a long way to go, you know, to really. And again, I'm not saying that they can't do it. I'm not saying Steam is perfect because it's not.
No, it's not.
But like, I don't know. There's kind of a lot of ground they gotta cover before they're really gonna convince me to really. I mean, and also like
But
I
they're
said,
playing
like
the exclusive game basically, and I don't know how to
they're
feel
playing the
about that.
exclusive market, and that's a little hard to swallow. I kind of joked with someone that's gonna become like the new Itch.io market just because.
Yeah.
Like it'll go from Itch.io to go to Epic, so we'll see how that goes, I guess. But yeah, I don't know, man. I also have to wonder, you know, for indie games, this has got to be confusing as hell now. Like, what do you do?
Yeah, there are a couple of wait, hold on. So Coffee Stain Studios. They have a game coming out, and they decided to So these guys, they made Sanctum, they made Goat Simulator. They also made Deep Rock Galactic, which I think Foe played. Is that early access like Dwarven?
It was
Left 4
too
Dead
early access, so I ended up refunding it.
So they have a game called Satisfactory, which is trying to go into games like RimWorld and Factorio, where you try to build like really efficient factory kind of like systems and stuff.
Sequences of operations.
But this one is in basically first person mode, which is going back to their Sanctum roots.
Yeah, I played Sanctum a little bit.
I love Sanctum. I play Sanctum too. And Satisfactory is pretty much an Epic Games exclusive. And they're indie. So Epic Games are just buying these guys up. I wonder what they promised them.
Yeah.
Was it money up front?
It's like, you're going to lose some market share, but we'll pay you more, hopefully enough to balance.
Probably market up front, right?
Yeah,
I think
must
it's just
be.
the cut, I guess. I don't know.
Guess we'll see. But yeah, Epic versus Discord versus Steam. Who will get off at top?
Yeah. I heard the Epic one is DRM free. I'm not sure how it
Oh,
works.
that's nice. That would be interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
That might be that's a plus.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a plus.
But again, I'm rooting for other stores to win. I mean, yeah, it's annoying from a consumer standpoint right now, but like, yeah, competition's good. At the same time, it's just kind of like,
I don't mind the launcher thing. If I have multiple launchers and each launcher have the same games, I'll just buy whenever it was the cheapest kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pretty much. But I don't like the exclusives thing.
It's really annoying.
yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
I like the illusion of choice.
Mhm.
Yeah, right.
What's next? Darksiders 3 got a combat update. I thought this was really cool because so Darksiders 3, when they launched, it kinda tried to emulate the Dark Souls combat with a bit more of a heavy feel and a bit more like strategic feel to it. Yep. So they actually updated the combat. So now when you start a game, either a new game or a continuing your save with this new update, you get to choose default or classic combat. Default is what the game came with. Classic is what the previous games felt like, a bit more quicker. You can dodge in between your attacks, those kind of things. I thought that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's actually an interesting idea.
Yeah, it is.
Sounds like it makes it really hard to balance the bosses and stuff though. Like like PvE's not gonna be balanced for both the same way. Yeah.
But I guess people just really didn't like it, probably.
Yeah. Yeah,
it sounded like it.
So, last one that I have, second last one. So this one is not really like properly reported yet because the only source that I could find as of now is by the Daily Mail from the UK, and they're pretty much a tabloid.
Oh jeez, yeah.
Yeah, so the boss of EA Ireland was fired after a colleague on conference call made sexual harassment complaint. And
oh boy.
Okay, so my question is, how will the gamers feel about this? Because it's women complaining about sexual harassment, but it's also EA. So which side will they? So apparently, the boss of EA Ireland, in a call with this woman from the US, basically said this is not a dick measuring contest and got complained for sexual harassment. And then people were saying that's not actually all he said. This is just his lawyers trying to spin the story to his favor. Okay. So let's see what happens.
Surprised.
Yeah.
Speaking of sexual harassment, the Riot has been under major fire for all of that kind of stuff. The executive COO Scott Gelb he's been suspended for 2 months without pay and is getting mandatory.
Oh wow!
Yeah, without pay, but it's 2 months. And he's getting a mandatory training in basically mandatory training in like how to not be a sexist dick, I guess. But
how to mask your sexism.
What was his comments again? He was like, "How big is your dick?" No, some dick thing. Right?
I don't remember what his comments were. I just know he's been charged. Riot's just been kind of in a cluster F with it right now.
Yeah.
It's just sad. Like, 2 months without pay is significant, but at the same time, it's only not for him. It's 2 months, and he's gonna get his job back. Like.
Oh yeah.
It basically is a slap on the wrist. It was like a oopsie daisy, you made a small mistake, just kind of fix that, instead of being like, no, you were creating this horrible environment and this was your part in it. So whatever. I mean, it's sad, but unfortunately with Riot, they don't seem to know how to do anything right with this kind of thing, so whatever. Let's see if I have any other interesting news. Kingdom Hearts 3 is a thing. Can't believe it's going to be a thing.
Did you?
Yeah.
Wait, who was it? Was it in this? Was it you guys talking about in China? They've censored Winnie the Pooh?
I haven't actually mentioned that. I don't know about that.
Because the leader of China hates being compared to Winnie the Pooh.
Oh, yes. That! Yeah. Oh, yes. That is totally a
thing.
Months
ago, yeah.
Yes, this is totally a thing.
So
oh, gosh.
It just looks like this floaty white, like a erased cloud with a couple of legs sticking out.
Yeah, it's just because he's super salty and it's the funniest thing and really sad, but also very funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, China's kind of going backwards a bit.
Yeah. Niantic by Pokemon Go is worth like $4 billion now.
Damn.
Yeah, I mean a lot. There was a recent like huge investment in it, like by some investors. Basically, that's why. And I mean, people were also, I think, because of Let's Go games and also just in general, there was a huge influx of player activity and player like signing up over the summer and recently.
I wonder if that worked.
Yeah. So yeah, they are feeling pretty good about themselves right now.
I've hit the point in Let's Go where I always stop in Pokemon games where I'm right in front of the Elite Four. I'm like, okay, now all I have to do is go and grind, and I never do it. So we'll see if I do.
That's all I really have, to be honest, that's of any real
The
interest.
Game Awards was a thing.
Oh, it was a thing. I actually watched it. When I'm freaking...
Cringy? How cringy was it?
Oh, it was pretty cringy. Oh, it was pretty cringy.
It's never not cringy.
Pretty much Red Dead won everything but Best Game of the Year, which was really funny.
Of course it did.
Well, they won rewards that I was like, really? Like, they won like Best
what?
Music. They won a bunch of awards that I was like, really? Like, they won Best Music, I think. They won Best Direction or something. They won a bunch of awards, and then God of War got the top one, which was just super funny. But yeah, I mean, it was, I think the funniest parts, the two funny, like, cringe... No, there's three cringy parts.
Do you guys agree with me? If God of War released later, they would have won all the awards.
Maybe, I don't know.
I don't know.
I think it's just a recency thing.
I don't know.
I mean, it doesn't matter, but yeah.
Yeah, three cringy parts. First part was literally the show starts with the top executive from Microsoft, PlayStation, and Nintendo all on stage together. That was interesting. Because we're all in this together. Ooh, we all like games. Nope, nope, nope. So that was weird. There was a guy dressed as Crash Bandicoot in a Crash Bandicoot suit trying to tell the guy that was hosting it to like open this box because there was something in it. That was weird. What else was cringy? Oh god, what was that? Oh, there was a performance. I guess the Devil May Cry, there's a band that's made a theme song for them and they were performing. And it was just very random because they're very like heavy metal, like screamo, and it was like, I don't know, it just was very strange. And it was obvious that one of them was lip syncing.
Wait, what are they called?
I can't think of it,
was
but
it Combat Christ?
No, it wasn't that.
Oh, okay.
Their name had something like the word devil something in it, but I can't think of what it is. But I would know
some really good songs in the DMC.
No. It wasn't that. It was definitely not that band. This was like a newer band.
They're more like a club band, not necessarily metal.
But yeah, no, these guys were like trying to be metal. So that was fun. Some of the streamers like got up and won awards. So like Ninja got up, which was what it was. And then another guy who what's his name?
For a long time, people would say Ninja, and I thought they were talking about the like lead singer of Die Antwoord.
That's funny.
I didn't realize they were talking about a streamer.
It's a streamer that looks like what's his name? I can't think of his name. There's a guy he looks like, but he's not as popular. He's just another YouTuber. But yeah, so that was, and then there's another guy who won, and it was kind of funny. He's an esports player that's very well known because he is black, gay, and a furry. He's hilarious.
Checking all the boxes.
Yep, checking all the boxes. And he's very open about it, which is totally fine. He's actually a really cool guy, but like
you just need him to get all the diversity.
I know he's really good though. I mean, so it's not really that. Like it's not that. He actually is legit good. He's won a lot of stuff. I only know this because my partner's in esports. So he's really, really good.
Right.
It was just really funny. Like I actually applauded for it because the show is cringy enough. Let's just amp it up. But he came on stage in his fursuit. So that was great. and he just didn't care. He was just like, I think he even mentioned, he's like, I'm gay as hell. It was really funny. So that's fine. Poke at the bear some more, with all the white collar executives. But, yeah, there was just a lot of, Red Dead won a lot, and then they didn't win at the end, so that was pretty funny. Yeah, that was the Game Show Awards.
The only interesting thing to me is a bunch of the trailers, they show Crash Team Racing, right?
Yes, they did! I'm so excited! That's like my Mario Kart Racing.
Yeah. And they teased a new Dragon Age.
They did, it was weird.
Please don't make it an MMO.
Oh, I know.
Please don't make it into a single
player MMO. I don't think they could pull that off.
Yeah, because the Inquisition, which is the third game, was basically a single player MMO, and it was they showed off Far Cry New Dawn. That looks interesting, I guess.
We'll see. I mean, it's hard to say with those games.
Far Cry 5 was kind of meh for me.
Yeah, I heard it was very meh.
And New Dawn is like 17 years after Far Cry 5, and it's basically a standalone DLC almost, which costs $45, by the way. Journey. Do you guys know the game Journey that was exclusive on the PS3 and then on the PS4? Yeah, it's coming to PC on Epic Game Store.
Yes, I
cool.
did. I remember that. Yep.
Journey was really special. I really enjoyed it. And,
It's always mentioned
yeah.
in a lot of things.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the one that I'm really excited for is The Outer Worlds. I don't think I'm the only one, obviously. So yeah, that's the one by Obsidian. Looks like a first-person Fallout kind of thing. Sci-fi.
Yes.
Oh
space.
yeah.
Looks really fun.
Yes.
The one that I'm not too happy about is a game that I'm excited about, but I'm not too happy about the decision. So have any of you played Marvel Ultimate Alliance?
No.
So
I know of it.
Marvel Ultimate Alliance 1 was on the PS2.
Oh, no, okay.
And I think Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2 was on the PS3 or PS2 as well. I can't remember. But I played both. And it's basically a top-down isometric action RPG. You get to choose which Marvel superhero that you want to... Basically, it's the Avengers. You get to choose which Marvel superhero. And play up to 4 players co-op and just go around beating people, doing combo moves, leveling up. So it's basically Diablo Marvel, and it's really fun. And you can play co-op with 4 people. Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 was announced at TGA, the Game Awards, and it's exclusive for the Switch. Yeah, I don't like that. But I guess the argument is if Nintendo didn't pay for it, it might have not been made, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, which is strange, but...
Yeah, but also the other thing is all the characters are the movie characters. They're all having like the movie uniforms.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I think I did see that, yeah.
Yeah, so it's not comic uniforms, it's all the movie stuff, which makes sense because Marvel is pretty much a movie studio now.
At this point.
Yeah. What are comics? We don't know. What's paper?
I know. What's a TV show? Well, that's not true. They have TV shows, but still.
Is that DC... What? Titans? Is that still going on?
Titans is still going on. I really haven't seen more episodes. I just hear it gets crazy. I've heard what happens. I just haven't seen it myself. It's just very dark, so it's hard for me to really get into, to be honest with you.
Is it just season 1 now still?
I think so. I think it's still season 1. I think it's still just releasing episodes. I don't really remember. So I'd have to... I haven't really watched more than the first 2 episodes. I just hear it gets crazy. So, we'll see.
Yeah. So, yeah.
It's just very dark and mature. It's just not my thing, to be honest. But that's okay.
I don't really have much else, to be honest.
No, I don't really have much else either. I actually forgot about the Game Awards. I wanted to talk about it, which... Yeah, I'm just really excited for Crash Team Racing.
This is what happens when we,
I know, it's been a while.
Wait.
But yeah, Crash Team Racing. I am actually very excited for that.
It's a new one, right? It's not a remake. Is it a remake?
I guess... Well, I couldn't really tell, because it looked like some parts they were remaking, but then it might be new. It's hard to tell. I love CTR. That was my jam.
Remastered special edition, so yeah.
I think it is remastered. I think they're adding things to it, but I think it is mostly a remaster. That's what it looked like in the preview. But that's okay. I'll play it. I will get it and play it a lot. God, I loved that game.
I don't think this is a big news story, but something that's been crossing my radar lately because I have some friends who've been looking forward to it is Atlas. It's from the creators of Ark. It's a pirate game from the creators of Ark. So it's supposed to be, I think, online, potentially with like private servers and stuff. But it's mostly an online game. But it's supposed to come out on Wednesday. It didn't release. They had a countdown timer on their page. It stopped at 0. Game didn't come out. Then they tweeted a video like, "Oh yeah, the game's coming out Friday." Not, "It's been delayed." Not, "We're sorry." It's just like they acted like it's always been coming out Friday, not acknowledging the timer. As of this recording, Saturday morning, it's still not out. I think some streamers finally got to play in the wee hours of the morning. Like a bunch of streamers have been given keys and they're just streaming empty server pages. And so I think some people finally got to play, but like it's been a clusterfuck of a release. Like they're like, "We're still trying to get a build out to streamers." It's just like, oh my god, you guys, just like get your shit together.
What the heck?
I mean, the game
thinking?
looks good from the first looks we've seen, but it's not a great impression.
Did it accidentally get deleted or something? Like that to me is what that sounds like. Like the latest build. Yeah, like seriously. Holy crap! How incompetent do you have to be?
Made by Ark Survival Evolved guys, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Okay then.
Yeah, so I may end up trying it just because a bunch of my friends are going to try it, but I didn't love Ark, so I'd give it a 50-50 chance of me actually playing it. We'll see. Especially after this.
Oh, at this point. Especially,
Like, I don't know.
yikes. Woof. It's worse than No Man's Sky.
Yeah.
That was pretty bad.
At least from a PR standpoint. It's just, yeah. It's weird. Other than that, I don't think I have anything very newsy.
So yeah, good place to end last episode of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, do the thing.
All right, do the thing. Hi guys, I'm Sarahscopic, SARAHSCOPIC. I will someday be on YouTube. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Twitter more often because you can also hear me on Checkpoint XP as part of the news desk and in their social media. So. Yeah, I'm a special I'm actually like on the radio. It's weird.
I'm on there.
Yeah, so catch me there.
And I'm Foehamner, and I am on YouTube, but I've been getting increasing pressure from one specific viewer to stream more, so I might actually try that at some point in the not-too-distant future. I just don't know what, or when, or how.
Yeah, I need to do that too. I really need to do that too.
And I'm Pupunoob, PUPU, and it'll be everywhere. So yes.
Everywhere.
I'm in your bed. I'm looking over you to sleep.
All
I'm
right.
on the catwalk.
Okay. So yes. And yeah, thank you very much for listening and watching this episode. I'm not drunk. I promise.
I don't believe you.
I don't believe you.
Thank you very
it's
much
funny
for
how
watching
that
and
works.
listening. Thank you very much for
Happy
watching.
New Year!
Happy New Year,
Merry
everybody.
Christmas, Happy Holidays. Don't get insulted. Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Bye.
Stay safe.
We will see you next year.
It.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Did you say assaulted or insulted?